Welcome back, my dear students. This is question number 20 of the competency series for ICSE Class 10th. We have done 19 questions already in this series, and if you have not watched them, make sure to watch them because each and every question that we have done in this series is extremely concept based and important. The link of the playlist, which contains all the previous questions of this series, is given in the description box of this video. So make sure to watch it after this video. Okay, so let's proceed with this question number 20. This is a very important competency question from moments. A, B and C are three forces, each of magnitude 4 Newton, acting in the plane of paper as shown in the figure. So you can see force A, force B, force C. These three forces, it is written that each of magnitude 4 Newton. So this is 4 Newton, this B is also 4 Newton, this force C is also 4 Newton. And point O also lies at the same plane. Here is point O, the central point. Not central point, but it has been shown with a dot. This point O is here, and you can see force A is at a perpendicular distance of 0.9 meter from point O. This force B is at a distance of 0.8 meter from point O, and the C force is at a distance of 0.6 meter from point O. And if you see the arrowheads, you can also understand the direction of these three forces. Okay, these three forces are of 4 Newton each, but their perpendicular distances from the pivot is different. Now, the first question is, which force has the least moment about point O? So you see this force C, lies at only 0.6 meter distance from the pivot. 0.9 and 0.8, these distances are bigger than 0.6. That means force C is closest to the pivot. And we know that moment depends on two factors. It depends on the magnitude of force and also this distance from the pivot, distance of the force from the pivot. I hope you know this formula. Okay, so the magnitude of force is same in each of the cases, but this D, the distance of this force from the pivot, is different in different cases, in different forces. So here, which force is producing the least moment? That is force C, because it is closest. This D is smallest in case of force C. So reason, they're asking us give reason, so we'll write because it lies closest to point O. Next question is easy, very similar. Which force has the greatest moment? So we will see which force is at a maximum distance from point O. You can see 0.9 is maximum, so that is force A, right? Force A. Reason, because it lies farthest from point O. Easy, nothing hard, simple. Name the forces producing the clockwise moment and anti-clockwise moment. So for this we need to see the direction. If you see, the direction of force A is this, direction of force B is this. And about the pivot, force A is producing clockwise moment, force B is also producing clockwise moment. But if you see the direction of C, C is producing anti-clockwise moment. Okay? So clockwise moment is produced due to forces A and B, whereas anti-clockwise moment is produced due to force C. That's it. Now they have asked us in the last part, what is the resultant torque or resultant moment? How do we do that? So first we calculate the total anti-clockwise moments, then we calculate the total clockwise moments, and then we add them with the sign. I will show you. So anti-clockwise moments is produced due to only force C. Force C is 4 Newton. You see, force C is 4 Newton, and it is at a perpendicular distance of 0.6 meters. So that is 2.4 Newton meter. This is the anti-clockwise moments. What about the clockwise moments? The clockwise moments, as we have already inferred, that clockwise moment is produced due to forces A and B. So force A is 4 Newton and it is acting at a distance of 0.9 meters. Plus the anti-clockwise moment is also produced due to force B. Okay, so which is also 4 Newton and the distance of this force is 0.8 meters. So now we solve them. 3.6 plus 3.2, that is 6.8 Newton meter. Now how do we calculate the resultant torque? See, resultant torque is simply adding them but with the sign. Now here when I say sign, you have to understand that anti-clockwise moment is always taken positive, clockwise moment is always taken negative by convention. So this 2.4, which is positive because it is anti-clockwise moment, plus this 6.8 is negative because it is anti-clockwise moment. So when you do 2.4 minus 6.8, that gives you minus 4.4 Newton meter. And in the next step, you remove the minus sign, just write 4.4 Newton meter, and in bracket you write the meaning of the minus sign. That is important. Minus means clockwise moments. So it's 4.4 Newton meter clockwise. This is the answer of this question. I hope this question was easy for you to understand and you have enjoyed solving this question. So make sure to watch all the previous questions of the series and subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you do not miss out any of the upcoming questions, any of the upcoming important video. Till then, God bless you. Take care.